Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are going to be doing a build showcase for none other than Kirara. Kirara is one of my recent favorite characters. She came out a little while ago, back in like Sumeru. She's Inazuma resident, but she's like no stake in the story. She just came up, a couple of events, she's like popped up every now and then, and like little clips here and there or whatever. Characters like I believe characters like demos or trailers or something. She's come up every now and then, but she's never had like a main thing in the story. But that has not stopped her at all from being a phenomenal character in both in-game like lore, like the open world lore and everything, and a great character to use. So starting off, well, as we're getting right into it, remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, guys. Really helps me out, and it is much appreciated. See, look how happy she was. That's just the thought of you guys doing that filled her up with glee. So she's level 90, max everything. Her main thing that you gotta focus on is HP. You don't have to worry about none of this nonsense. No crit rate, no crit damage, maybe some energy recharge. That always helps. No elemental mastery, nothing. Just straight up HP. So we got 43k, which is a pretty solid number, if I do say so myself. But the more the better. For our weapon, we have the Summit Shaper. Now I've been using this. Now I've had this weapon since like Albedo's first banner, because this is the weapon that dropped in Albedo's first banner back in like, jeez, what was that, like 1.3 or something, 1.2, 1.3. So I've had this weapon since then, and I've had no use for it in the slightest. And then Layla came out, and I was like, oh, this would be kind of cool in Layla. She's a shield character. And then I was like, oh, I don't like Layla. And then Kirara came out, and I was like, oh, cool, finally a sword shield character, so I can use it on her. Well, it turns out the effect to increase shield strength is only while she's like the active character on the field. It doesn't matter if I do like use her ability, get her shield, and then switch off, because then it doesn't affect it. And then the attack boost is obviously while she has the shield, so it's a goofy weapon. This is a weapon. I don't know who in the world this weapon was made for. Like maybe like DPS Kirara, but like this is a 5-star weapon, and if you're gonna make a DPS like build for her, you would use the Primordial Jade Spear or Jade Sword, because it gives her health, attack, crit. It's just overall like probably her best DPS in slot weapon, and this weapon has no use whatsoever. But it's basically all I've got. like I'm not gonna use the Mist Splitter on her. That's not the kind of build she's going for. Festering Desire probably won't work out as well. Like, I mean, I guess energy recharge. I don't have another Dock Hands assistant for HP. Like, oh, I do. Well, I'm not leveling it up, because it's like I don't even like if I switch her to this, then she gets like 4,000 more HP, which is like super negligible. So we'll just stick with this. Fuck it. Like, I'm not monetized. I don't have enough subscribers, but yeah, whatever. We'll let that slide. I'm not censoring that out. But it gives her an attack boost, which can be a little handy, because some of her moves, we do use her for a little bit on field every now and then. So a little attack boost every now and then fits. But yeah, like these HP based weapons, or the Nilo's main weapon, the Key of Najasut, I believe it's pronounced. That's really good. Sacrificial Sword might be decent. Favonius Sword would also be really good for the energy recharge. And onto your artifacts, it's just HP. Everything is just HP. This is like, if you've been playing for like at least like 16 minutes, you've got 1,000 HP artifacts. So you can just throw them on her. You've probably farmed some of these sets, like the Millilith set, or the what is this called? I was hoping that wasn't the name. The Vorushka's Glow. That's probably not right, but yeah, everything's just HP. Doesn't matter. Like nothing matters. It's just HP. And we have her C6, and some of these are kind of cool. Like this one, when you use your burst, you get like extra little bombs. This one's like increased damage absorption and all that of her shields. But this is the main one. None of these really matter that much for like what we're using her for. I mean, this one's kind of cool, and some niche circumstances, like if you need her dendro application to take away some shields and whatnot, this one's pretty cool. None of these really matter. I mean, of course, C3 matters because it increased the level of her shield, so that's really useful. But C6, all nearby party members will gain 12% all elemental damage bonus within 15 seconds after Kirara uses her skill or burst. I'm not 100. I was trying to look it up, and like I couldn't find anything stating it. I don't know if this like stacks. So I don't know if you use her skill and then use her burst, and you get like essentially 24%. I'm not 100% sure. If any of you guys know, and you could tell me down in the comments, that'd be much appreciated, so that I do know. But it doesn't say that there's like separate stacks or anything, so I just assume it works like that, because usually it's very specific about like stacks being counted separately and stuff like that, like the descriptions for different abilities. So I just assume that it works like that because it doesn't say otherwise. That is C6 is the most important one because you get this little boost, so it helps out with everything. With the support build that she is, it gives her more support on top of that. So this talent is just a normal attack. It's not really that important. I do like that it's called Box Cutter, because her whole thing is like delivering packages and turning into like a cat in a box. So that was a really cool one. Meow kick, like meteor. I didn't need to explain that to you, but this one, it's the most important one. It's probably the most important yet. First priority. This one, when you just tap it, she gives a shield to everyone. She does a little kick, a little dendro kick. Cool. But when you hold it, it transforms her into like little cat in a box, and she just runs around, and she can climb up mountains and stuff. That's obviously not useful for combat, but if you're playing in like co-op, then it'll give shields to your teammates. I think that's what one of the constellations does. So it'll give shields to your teammates, and then as she's running around, she has a shield on her, the same shield, and when she comes into contact with enemies, it will apply dendros on them. It will hit them for dendro damage, which applies dendro. So this is the most important one. It has all these numbers, but obviously we just focus on the the shield duration and the scaling of it based off of her max HP. So that's why we have as much HP as we possibly can within a reasonable amount. And then next is her elemental burst, which is very simple. She just does like this little explosion. She does like this little drop, and then it just like explodes into like a bunch of little bombs, kind of like Klee's like skill, a bunch of little bombs or alloy. And then there's like little dendro bombs. Enemies come into contact with them, they blow up. You can use Animo to like scoop them all up, and that's why I use her with Kazuha, because you scoop up all the enemies in one area when you hold down his skill, and then it scoops up all the bombs as well, so they all get hit by it. Very neat stuff. And then it has like the explosion, how long it stays out, whatnot. Very cool, very cool. And then her ascension talents. This ascension talent, essentially when you have the hold version of her skill, and when you hit enemies, it'll create like stacks, and each stack will create like a little shield. So it's not like very, very useful, but it'll come up if you're playing with that. Because every now and then I do use that. Not for like Spiral Abyss, because it's a little too serious in Spiral Abyss to be goofing about like that. But on like co-op and whatnot, I'll be running around. Like if I'm helping out someone, but I don't want to like, sometimes you want to like hop into like friends' worlds or whatever, and like you don't want to like super carry them or whatever. So it's like you use like you don't go like full on C6 Raiden Shogun, And then next up, for every 1000 max HP, increases the damage by meow tier kick, and the damage by surprise dispatch. Yeah, so more HP, get more damage. Cool stuff, cool stuff. And then in the party, animals who produce. Oh, it's like a cat creeping. Yeah, 'cause cats are really good hunters. Remember that. So yeah, that's our build. And now I wasn't sure how to showcase like a support character, you know, like show him like in action, because I've done like a couple of practice fights, and like she's a support character. I use her skill, I use her burst, and then I just switch off of her. Like she's like I'm not really showing her as like a role. So I thought I would just hop into like a random co-op fight with the Raiden Shogun. I did one of those earlier, and it took a little while because I was just shielding everybody. But she certainly kept everyone alive. I don't think anyone was a healer. I think it was like me, Zhao, Nahida, and then like I don't know what the fourth one was. I think it was like Nouvelette. But like yeah, like I certainly kept everyone alive, so that was very interesting. Especially Zhao. Zhao has like no healing, so that was pretty great. But my damage was, you know, as I'm a support character, I was not damaging. So I know, oh my god, another Zhao. I guess that makes sense, because he is actually on the banner right now, running out soon. Where is this? No, wait, did you just start without the other guy? Oh, rip to that Baizu.
This ends now.
Yeah, so as you can see, I get a little bit of Dendro, and then if I tap my teammates, then I get give them a little shield.
The eye sweeps the land.
Jeez, I gotta get to bed. What's cool is that no one else is a Dendro character, so that I can see like my numbers. That's pretty cool. You've also got a healer, so that's nice. Also, whenever you jump while in the box form, she makes little makes little meows. It's pretty comical. I never realized that because I hardly ever use it. So when I was practicing with her earlier, it was pretty funny to hear. Very unexpected.
This body is eternal, inferior. Perish.
Of course, I lose my burst the second I was getting it.
Inferior.
Just look at that. This goofball has Hu Tao who can heal herself.
Witness the final calamity.
Nice. Yeah, this goofball has Hu Tao who can heal herself, and Feline who can heal all of us. So like, as far as we all know, I'm not doing anything. This guy Hu Tao, like, this Hu Tao like constantly at like max HP.
Light, obey. Weak, pathetic. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Pathetic. Weak. Be gone.
And this looks like it's just about to be wrapped up.
Illusions are but distractions.
Look at this guy.
Only emptiness awaits.
That was a pretty goofy battle. But it showed off her her niche Denjo capabilities. 12 days left. I gotta get a new moon pass. It shows off her niche like Denjo capabilities. It's not like you're gonna do like crazy bloom, but it's very good for Quicken, and that's why I always run her in electro based teams. So her and Kujo-Sara they're like best friends. They're like always together because there's always a main electro DPS, and if I have that, then I have to run Kujo-Sara, and I gotta have Kirara for the shield support. This is a very strong shield. Not many hits are getting through. And Raiden Shogun boss, it's one of my favorite bosses, and she's kind of a tough boss. So with all that, I hope this shows off her effectiveness as a shielder and as a Quicken. I believe it's Quicken spread, aggravate, all that. And her, well, I guess none of them were using that, but I guess we got a lot of burning instead. But I hope this shows off how much of a solid Quicken and aggravate and all that. Her roles as a support, even though we were one man down, we did pretty solid. That was I didn't record that. I didn't like time it or anything. I don't know why I looked at my wrist as if I had a watch. I don't wear a watch. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys have any recommendations on how I should showcase my supports better, let me know. And if you do want to see her in full action, I do have a video up of me doing the Spiral Abyss, of the recent Spiral Abyss as of this recording, and you can check that out, where I use this exact team of Shogun, Kazuha, Kujo-Sara, and Kirara. And wow, she's like, I just realized like the Inazuma characters have their full name, but she doesn't have a full name because she's a yokai. It's kind of interesting. So yeah, if you do want to see that, I do have a video of that. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and what kind of teams you're running with her, and what kind of builds you guys are running with her, what weapons you're using, whatnot. Let me know all that down in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Make sure to check out the next video that pops up. One last thing I forgot to mention. If you are struggling with character builds, you're struggling with playing, grinding domains, fighting bosses, fighting weekly bosses, any kind of issue you have in Genshin Impact, you can actually find me on ePal, and I'll have the link in the description, and you can hire me to personally help you and play with you, give you advice, character building, all that good stuff, and even absolutely carry you in domains and boss fights and whatnot. All that can be found in the description below. There's a link to my ePal. You can make an account, sign up, hire me there, and we can play together if that is what you need. So make sure you guys check that out in the link down below. Thank you again.